Atlantic's Basalt Column Kits are as attractive as they are easy to install. Hexagonal stone columns are naturally colorful and unaffected by weather. Saw cut at the base so they'll stand straight. Columns are snapped on top to enhance texture, color, and water movement, then core drilled top to bottom. At the top, there's a 2-inch diameter pocket 5 inches deep for optional Atlantic warm white and color-changing fountain lights to create a liquid torch effect in the evening. Then the column is drilled through to the bottom at a generous 1 3/8 diameter to accommodate plumbing and light cords. There are 3 kits available, all easy to assemble. The single kit features a 24-inch basalt column on the 24-inch FB 2400 fountain basin. The small triple kit puts the 18-inch, 24-inch, and 30-inch basalts on the 35-inch FB 3500 fountain basin. The large triple basalt column kit combines the 24-inch, 30-inch, and 36-inch columns on an FB 4700 basin. All come with plumbing kits and install in no time. We'll be showing you how to install the single basalt column kit in this video. The first step is to decide on a location. It should be near enough to an existing GFI-equipped electrical outlet for the pump cord to reach. Kits should not be used with an extension cord. Set the basin on the ground with the pump chamber nearest the electrical outlet. Mark around the basin about 8 inches out from the sides. This will leave room for adjustment and proper backfilling. Dig down around 9.5 inches and distribute the soil evenly around the hole. Leaving the 10-inch basin above original ground level and using the fill to raise the soil level further will keep runoff from fouling the reservoir and avoid the need to dispose of extra fill. Firmly tamp the bottom of the excavation and check for level. An optional automatic fill valve is highly recommended to keep the basin constantly filled, so there's no chance of the pump running dry. Install the autofill now if desired. Drill a 7/8 hole from the outside in. Remove the nut on the autofill, leaving the rubber gasket in place. Push the autofill through from the inside and tighten the nut to firmly clamp the autofill in place. Choose one of the 3 adapters and use tape or silicone to ensure there's no chance of leaking. It's easiest to start the plumbing before setting the basin below grade. Slip the 3/4 inch kink-free tubing into the pump chamber. Attach the discharge fitting to the top of the pump. Then use a band clamp to firmly attach the tubing to the pump. Place the pump inside the pump chamber. Set the assembled basin in the hole and check for level in all directions. If using an autofill as recommended, follow the included instructions to connect the autofill before backfilling to either the nearest sprinkler line, a dedicated water supply, or a garden hose. Fill the basin to keep it in position as you backfill. Backfill evenly all around, 6 inches at a time, stepping the fill in firmly, taking care not to shift the basin. Leave the excess soil low around the rim while you complete the installation to keep it from falling into the basin. Set the basalt column on the basin. If you want to install Atlantic's optional fountain light in the pocket on top of the basalt, now is the time. Drop the end of the light cord down into the column from the top, using the tubing to push it through if necessary, and pull the excess cord through. Carefully set the column on its side. Make a ribbon with a stick of the included putty and mold it to the bottom of the fountain light where the tubing attaches. Push the tubing from the bottom of the column out the top, then onto the barbed fitting of the light. Use the included putty around the top of the kink-free tubing just under the base of the fountain light, making sure the putty doesn't extend outside the circumference of the light, or it won't fit. Pull the cord and tubing gently back down through the column, taking care not to pull the tubing off the barbs. Using the other end of the tubing, snug the light down to seal it into the bottom of the pocket. If you are not installing the optional fountain light, push the tubing into the bottom of the column until it comes out the top. Take a stick of the included putty and wrap it around the end of the tubing as shown. Pull the tubing back into the column, taking care not to pull the putty off. Using the other end of the tubing, a hammer handle or a screwdriver, snug the putty down to seal the bottom of the pocket. With the basalt and optional light installed and the basin filled, plug in the pump and adjust the column as needed. There is a built-in flow control on the front of the pump if you wish to dial down the flow. Cover the basin and plumbing with the gravel of your choice to complete the installation. And that's everything you ever wanted to know about installing the Atlantic Single Basalt Column Kit, but were afraid to ask. Check out our website for more information on this and all our products. And don't forget to like and follow us on social media. See you in the next video.